Well, church, I am super excited about this coming up Sunday for several reasons. One, because it's just the first Sunday of the new year, and that comes with kind of its own built-in level of enthusiasm. But I'm also excited particularly because this coming Sunday, we are going to begin preaching a brand new series here at Fellowship Baptist Church. And we're actually going to be starting with the book of Jonah. So I'm going to be preaching starting this Sunday about Jonah himself and through kind of expositionally the entire book of Jonah, 4 chapters. If I was to ask you today, what is the book of Jonah about? More than likely, the varied responses to that question would be, preacher, the book of Jonah is about, it's about Jonah, a prophet, or it's about a great fish, a whale. It's about a storm or the ocean or a boat and sailors. And, there's a lot of answers. If you were a little bit more, perceptive in your approach to the book of Jonah, you may even say it's about racism or having a prejudice against certain people. For instance, Jonah doesn't like the idea of God being kind and gracious to a certain people group. And so all of these answers would be right in and of themselves. However, the book of Jonah really deals with something a lot larger than those side issues. The historical narrative of Jonah really deals with the nature of God himself from this vantage point. Jonah, who is a prophet of God, he's God's mouthpiece. Okay, here is the office that God uses in an Old Testament dispensation to reveal His word and will to people. Okay, so Jonah, as a prophet in this book, takes an issue with the very nature of God. He doesn't like something about God. He doesn't like what he thinks God is going to do. He doesn't like what God has done. And therefore, he is angry, really. In the core of his being, he is angry with the person of God, with something about God. That's crazy for us to fathom. Okay, now, before you and I pick up stones to throw at Jonah, let's first stop and think about ourselves and how many times there may have been in our own personal lives that we haven't really liked the way God has orchestrated some event in our own life. Okay. And if there have been those moments where we haven't liked what God has done, how God has acted or what He has brought to pass, then really there's something about God that we've taken personal issue with. Because what God has done or is doing or will do is directly tied to who God really is. God works or acts in accord with His own nature. And so in that realm, we may discover as we begin jumping into the book of Jonah this Sunday, we may discover that the book of Jonah is very revealing and very relevant for our own lives where we are today and some of the problems that we're trying to work through ourselves. And so I'm excited about the first Sunday in a brand new year, jumping into a brand new book of the Bible right here at Fellowship Baptist Church, 1045 this Sunday. And I look forward to seeing you here with us.